is resumed. Pursuant to our agenda, the first item is the Lena's report combating the sexual abuse and sexual exploitation of children and child sexual abuse material and replacing Council Framework Decision 2004/68/DHA. The floor goes first to Mr. Lena's as the rapporteur. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Madam President, dear Commissioner, dear colleagues. I know it's customary to always thank the shadows and the colleagues for the great work we've done together, but I would like to say this time I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. I think we had an excellent cooperation from left to right, leading to a unanimous adoption of this report in the LIBE committee, which is a huge, huge step in further protecting our children in Europe, which is so important. Personally, a couple of years ago, I met a father whose child, a little girl, was abused. And in the investigation, they discovered that the abuser had made use of a so-called pedo manual, an instruction book, a guidebook on how to win the trust of children, how to abuse and exploit them, and how to get away with it. Hundreds of pages of sickening, horrific, disgusting content. And the worst of it was that this book as such was not even banned in any country of the European Union. This father started a fight. He managed to get it banned in the Netherlands, in Germany and Belgium. And today in this parliament, we take a huge step of getting this type of books banned throughout the whole of Europe. So I would like to thank Marcel Jeninga and his Stichting Tegen Misbruik for his fight. He's with us here today in the plenary room, so thank you very much, and we will keep joining your fight. But this is not the only thing that we do with this legislation. One of the things that is, I think, most concerning of us all is the huge increase of the use of artificial intelligence when it comes to generating child sexual abuse material. Based on the statistics of NECMEC, there's an increase of 1,000%, over 1,000% in the last year alone. And with this legislation, we criminalize AI-generated child sexual abuse material in the same way that we would do with real child sexual abuse material, because these models have to train on real material, and from AI-generated child sexual abuse material, it's only a very small step to abusing children in real life, and it needs to stop. Just like we need to stop other technological developments when it comes to abusing children, like live streaming, when people in Europe are sitting behind their laptops or their screens while children miles and miles and miles, thousands of miles away from here, are being abused in front of a camera because those people here in Europe pay for it. We need to adapt our legislative framework to be able to fight those people. And the third important element is the statute of limitations. One very specific thing about victims of child sexual abuse, that very often they are only ready much later in life to come forward and to file charges against the perpetrators. And I would like to thank the very brave men and women I met from the Brave movement and their testimonies on how it is for victims of child sexual abuse to become a victim, to realize that you are a victim, and to have the courage to file charges against your abuser. And many times, like I said, it takes a long time. And in many member states, we see that by the time victims are ready to file these charges, the justice system says, I'm sorry, but the deadline has run out. And there cannot be a deadline for justice when it comes to child sexual abuse. And this is what also in this legislation is one of the key innovations. We will make sure that victims of child sexual abuse will get justice, can get justice, and we will support them on that way. Many other measures when it comes to the clear definition of consent, when it comes to a child-centered approach on investigations and victim support, when it comes to more cooperation between different authorities and a renewed focus on prevention. This is an ambitious file, I know this, but can you ever be ambitious enough when it comes to protecting our children? I think the need is there. I've already mentioned the data from NECMEC. In 2010, there were about 1 million reports of child sexual abuse online. In 2023, we're talking about 36 million. In 13 years, we went from 1 million to 36 million. This is only the crimes that are being reported. The need for action is there, and I thank the Commission for the proposal. I think it was a very good start. I thank all the colleagues for making this proposal even more ambitious, leading to this unanimous vote from left to right in the LIBE committee to show this ambition. And what I would like to ask is also for the member states in the Council to step up, to match our ambition, to make sure that together we can protect children. Protecting children is not a choice. It is perhaps our deepest and most profound responsibility. And let's live up to that responsibility together. Thank you.